According to a new report last week, the Trump administration's plan to steal the 2026 midterms for Republicans is apparently already underway. And before I tell you the plan, let me explain why it is so important for Republicans to try to steal next year's midterms. I think most people are aware of this, but just in case, some background. As it stands right now, Democrats have a 7-point lead over Republicans in generic ballots. Now, is that going to change repeatedly over the next 12 months? Hell yeah. But at the same time, the number of registered voters who identify as Democrats versus those who identify as Republicans has flipped since a year ago. A year ago, more people identified as Republicans. Today, more people identify as Democrats. Not to mention the fact that Donald Trump's approval rating is underwater in all 7 major swing states. So Republicans are facing a horrible situation in next year's midterms. Put frankly, even historically, without even looking at the polls right now, historically, the party that gains power loses seats in the first midterm following the inauguration. So everything is working against the Republicans right now. They're gonna get, brutally politically assaulted, I will say, in next year's midterms. Unless, of course, they continue with their efforts to steal it. We have already seen the gerrymandering taking place in red states, but that is small potatoes compared to the national emergency that Donald Trump may declare next year based on a phony investigation that is already underway to steal the election. Here's what the New York Times reported. During a call with right-wing activists, the woman who has since been appointed to President Donald Trump's newly created election integrity position within the Department of Homeland Security had suggested that the president could declare a national emergency to give his government new authority to dictate election rules typically decided by state and local governments. Heather Honey, formerly a Pennsylvania-based private investigator who came to prominence as a leading proponent of Trump's efforts to overturn his 2020 loss, said this authority would come from, quote, an actual investigation of the loss, which she baselessly argued was marred by widespread fraud.